Alright, boys. Should I do a long video where I talk about my new guitar? The one I just traded my blue one along with some monies for. Yeah, I did. I just got this. This is now my guitar. P90's. It's got, yeah, it's a real rock and roll guitar. It's a 50's tribute. It's all black. It is really nice. I've been playing it quite a lot. I just got it yesterday. So, I looked up all the specifications, and this is a real rosewood fretboard. Apparently they don't do that anymore. Apparently it's now baked maple, which is kind of neat. So yeah, it's a really nice looking fingerboard, that's for sure. It's really nice. I like it. And I really like these pearloid. I'm sure they're pearloid of some sort. The light's really screwing up my shot here pretty much. That was the first thing that caught my eye, is that the inlays are really figured. Yeah, anyway, so it's in really good shape. I like it quite a lot. I've been playing it a fair bit this morning and last night. It's got a few little nicks and dings here and there and everywhere. You know, like that kind of stuff, which is no big deal. But the paint on these things is like really thin, and they didn't use any grain filler in these. Like, if you look these up, there's tons of complaints about it, people. So this is a 2013 model, and if you look these up, like look at mine even. And before all of you start, those of you who think this is fake, it's not fake. This is just how they were put together at the factory. It's hard to see those numbers, but they're there. But they're just buried under the fact that when Gibson put these together, they didn't use any grain filler, so you can see there. The number is there. This is totally legit. But this is just how they were made at the factory. Like zero prep. And this is supposed to be like a 50's. So they just basically slapped a little bit of paint on these. And that's really pretty well it. But you know what? And it's heavy. Holy man alive, is it ever heavy. I gotta get it on a scale. But it's really heavy. That was some other, of the videos that I watched, that was some of the other controversy. It's weight relief. I don't know. Who cares? It's pretty heavy. But yeah, you can see like it's not, they haven't done any body prep at all. So there's a few little dings here, there, and everywhere. But that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I'm not really bothered by that. Anyway, yeah, it's really nice. It's got, I have to admit, I don't remember seeing this sort of bridge on a Gibson. But anyway, there it is. So the things that were of concern to me when I looked at it were, you know, the angle of all this. You can see this is improperly set up, because all those strings are touching. So this needs to come up just a little sniggity biggity. So that was just one of the problems I noticed. I can always tell, there's a couple things I can always tell when I play guitars now, at least for my personal taste. That's the good thing. This is one of the benefits of teaching yourself to do this. This is part of the reason I do this channel, is to encourage guys like me who are sat at home to watch as many Dave's videos and Crimson Guitars and Fletcher's and all those guys that, you know, do real nice work. And teach yourself to do this shit. That's what my channel is about. I've been teaching myself to do this stuff so that I'm not at the mercy of somebody else doing it for me and not doing as good a job as I can. And you know, I've gotten lucky enough to touch and feel and smell a lot of guitars. A lot that aren't mine, and a lot that are mine. But anyway, so it lets me now get guitars and determine whether or not, like, it's a good one, and whether or not there are problems that I know I can correct. And this one has a couple problems. I don't like the way it feels because it's got pretty thick gauge strings on these. I reckon these are 11s. maybe even 12s, they feel pretty thick. So there's a lot of tension, they feel hard to play, it feels really spongy up here, I don't like that feeling. Also, the nut action could stand to come down for my liking quite a lot. I'm sure that's within factory spec, but I like to see it quite a lot lower than that, like more like about that. This is where I like to see it. And that'll also tell me if I've got any fret problems when I'm playing it, but I don't think I do. I've already started to check this over. Other than that, it's pretty damn clean. I would say I'm gonna just put a new set of strings on it for the time being, and the only real thing I want to do sort of right now is just clean up the way it feels, set it up the way I like it. So that's the thing. That's the thing about my own guitars, is that I don't have to set them up to factory spec, and I now know what a guitar like this will tolerate one way or the other. And as far as I'm concerned, a Gibson, if the frets are good, they're nice and level and straight and well crowned and all that kind of good stuff, it should tolerate action way lower than the factory specifies. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that these are all straight, but they look pretty straight as far as I'm concerned. And the action's going to come down a little bit, both at the bridge and at the nut. And these thick-ass strings, I personally hate the way thick strings feel on a guitar. I know lots of guys like that. I'm not entirely sure why, but I don't like the way thick strings feel on a guitar. But that's a personal thing, so you can change this stuff, and that's what learning. This isn't right. Like, I'm not trying to convince you that thick strings are bad or good. I'm just trying to show you in my videos the stuff that you like and or dislike about the way your own guitar is set up. If you teach yourself to do this stuff, there's benefit in it, because then your guitars will play always the way you want them to play, and you'll never be at the mercy of taking them anywhere and having them disappear for a week at a time. And, you know, they may or may not come back the way you like. But this has been the biggest benefit to me, apart from the fact that I play quite a lot more and play, you know, quite a lot better than I used to play, believe it or not. You know, that's all been a benefit to me. So that's all I've ever been really trying to do, is just encourage other guys like me who have been, you know, maybe don't play so well, don't know how to set up or fix their own guitar. That's all I've done. I've just tried to teach myself, and I still have so much to teach myself. But at the moment, I can at least get my guitars playing exactly the way that I want them to. So that's pretty awesome. Anyway. Alright boys, welcome back. Got me a new guitar. Yeah, I did. So this is now pretty much officially the only guitar I own, because Red Rocket is going to be loaned back to my other buddy. He doesn't have an electric. But this is in tune. This is way out of fucking tune, holy fuck.